Hey, what's up guys, Prue here, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So today we're back, we're playing some more Ascension Incremental, and we are pretty much picking up from where I left off in the last video. Since then I've just been opening runes. I did actually manage to max all of this out, because we did get a rare rune that pretty much boosted my shards, and then they just play into each other and now you get infinite. And now we can open up this one, which actually boosts my shards even further. So all pretty good, really good to see that. It's pretty much meant that I'm able to, I believe, prestige fairly soon. We're on 666. We do need to go up to 1,000, I believe. So we should be able to do that today. And that's the purpose of this video, to prestige. So let's dive into the Zen world very quickly. Let's close the laptop lid so I can actually see the screen properly. And now we do pretty much have infinite of these. It seems that these did get uncapped, by the way. That was one of the upgrades. So I did turn on the... Oh wow, I forgot I did that. So I did turn on the ability to max click upgrade everything, and I did forget about it. So yeah, that's why it suddenly just all stopped working, if you was wondering, and stopped upgrading, and we spent everything instantly pretty much. So that makes sense. It did actually come out in the updates, I believe, because it definitely wasn't there the other day when I made my video, I think 2 days ago, or maybe 3 days ago now, the fact that at the time you're watching this. So yeah, definitely that came out today, I'm sure, in the most recent update, which would have been a few hours ago at the time of recording, or if you're watching this video, it'll probably be a day or two ago, depends when it gets posted, to be honest. So yeah, it really does come down to that. All right, so we keep getting a lot of yin. I don't necessarily know why, but I'm not complaining. It just seems to be a bit one-sided. So it's a bit strange if you ask me, but yeah, it's bizarre, but I mean, it's still progress. Progress is what matters most, and that's all we really need at the end of the day. So we have nearly got to that 1 SPTG, hopefully, which I believe is the requirement, or is it 1 SX? I can't even remember. Let's have a quick check. So here we are. And now we can go up to the 1 SPTG. We've managed to do it, guys. And now we are in a position to prestige. So let's make sure I'm recording. I am indeed. So that is good to see. And people did actually comment on the last video saying that you can like just tick the box or click the check mark, and you can actually swap them out. I don't know why the text is buggy. It's just Roblox. I can't help it. I do apologize. And yeah, it's just what it is. So before anyone comments, but yeah, shout out to the people who did comment that, because it meant that I was able to get everything fairly quickly, since we were able to use the Zenith. And then I opened a few earlier, and we happened to get the Aether. So as you can see, the Aether is very, very good. And yeah, it's just good to have that. All right, so let's do the prestige then. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. So we've now hit prestige number 1. We have actually kept the event runes, but seemingly lost everything else. So that is okay. That's not necessarily bad, right? And now we should just be able to farm a few of these like, very quickly. We just need rebirths, so now we'll just have to click between the two. So just back and forth, as you can see. And now we do need dices. So again, we'll just come over to there, get that, do the same again. We need 10 bill, so we'll just max these out quickly. Okay, yeah, there we go, 8 trillion, pretty good to see. And now we do need that fire, so we'll quickly just max this out for the sake of it. I think it just makes sense to do that. All right, cool. And now we can teleport to world number 2. We do get 10 times stats and new rings, so yeah, we'll just have to see what that is. I'm glad this is just a one-click max now, to be completely honest. It's such a good change. I know I was saying it in my last video, but honestly, it's just such a difference. We can turn on auto ascend as well. I completely forgot about that. And we're going to be ascending a lot of times, so it does make sense just to do it very quickly. So now we just need magma. So we'll come and get this. Actually, we can't quite get it yet. We do need number 8 first. And there we go. So we need 25 mil. We should have that right now. Do we have to sacrifice again? No, we don't. Okay, so that's interesting to know. I'm glad in a way we don't have to, because It means everything would reset otherwise. And not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, it's just good that it's not the case. So we should go for the upgrades then. There we go. And nice, really easy. And now we just need a ton of fire. So the fire shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. It should be quite easy. And then now we are making our way up to it relatively slowly, actually. So maybe it is a bit harder than I expected. All right, let's get these done. So we can max these out with ease. Okay, cool. Let's actually just get some runes as well. We keep auto procedure now. I keep progressing too quickly. I mean, I know I should turn it off and just grind a few runes, but at this point, is it even really worth it? Yeah, I guess, yes. So let's actually just do that for a second. So auto ascend off. Let's go for this one then. And then we can now just quickly grab everything from here. We'll just repeat this process again. And now we can actually do the prestige or the ascension. However, what I do want to quickly do is just go for these two. Come on, 1 QN. How much more do we need? Not too much, right? There we go. And now we should be able to open up the rune. So we are getting a ton of runes. We are getting the secret ones, I believe, as well, which is absolutely crazy. And there we go. So all really good stuff. We should probably drop back to World 1 and just get those runes very quickly as well. So there's no downside to doing that, I guess. So there we go with that one. And now we should have everything maxed in both of these. So yeah, all looks good to me. Let's just go back to ward number 3 then and pick up where we left off. So over here then, what do we have? We have the ability to auto ascend. So there we go. And we pretty much one-shot everything right now. So again, all really good stuff. Let's go back into the new world, Zen. So we can actually go for bamboo. And we do need a lot of it initially, but now we just need yin and yang. So I'm sure we'll get it relatively quickly. It's not really a big deal, to be honest. We do need to get blossoms, which bamboo upgrade. Okay, that's what we need. Or where is it, guys? Here it is. All right, there we go. So we did manage to get what we need. Okay, good start. Let's just quickly grab a few of these. I know we should probably go for the runes, which we will quickly just grab. And now that should have changed everything in theory. So that's good to see. We'll just go up to Everbloom number 5 just for ease. And then as soon as we get to this, I should have bought the rune first. But it doesn't necessarily matter, right? I'm sure it's not too big of an issue. So there we go with that one. Let's just quickly grab these then. I keep doing the order back to front. I mean, that's what happens when you record at this time. But anyway, life goes on. So here we are then. Let's just go for these. Okay, cool. Let's quickly max this out. I keep forgetting about it. And now we just need to at least get back to the dock world. I want to see what the next prestige requirements actually are. I know it briefly showed it for a second, but I wasn't paying attention to it. So I could watch it back in the editing of the video, but then at that point, A, the video is over because I'm not ending it now to check that. And secondly, yeah, we will probably get to the docks anyway. So all in all, it doesn't really change too much, right? So let's get these upgrades done. Nice, there we go. We've maxed it out. Let's just grab these quickly. And we don't even have to upgrade Blossom, which is just absolutely insane to think, really. To say that once upon a time we was trying to grind it for ages, and now we don't even have to even think about it. So the event runes are clearly the way forward, and they're just insanely good, and I would highly recommend you to get them. All right, so it seems like we may now need upgrades, but what we could actually do first is this, and there we go. We've managed to max that one out. So really, really easy. Let's go for the upgrades then. We do get a ton of yin and yang, and now we should max this out just for the sake of it, and then just try to get a few more bits of each. So we've got the maximum bamboo spawn rate. These are infinite still, which is good to see. And yeah, I'm glad. The event wards are really, really overpowered on incremental games. If you don't capitalize and take advantage of event wards, you should probably start doing so because you are missing out greatly. So let's go to here then. Nice. We can just get this. How have I still not got any of the yin? That's just insane to think, really. So there we go. We get a bit right there. So 8 mil. Not bad, right? Not bad. So let's go for this then. Okay, cool. Now we just need a bit of each. We just need 1 drop of each, basically. And then we can buy the rune clone and the other one, which I forgot what it was. There is one afterwards, though. So we just need to make sure that we get those 2 very quickly. And then they are done. So that's the logic behind it. I mean, we'll never max out the other 2. They basically scale for forever at this point. So yeah, you've just got to be realistic with it. So we'll come over to here then. In fact, we can't because we've not even done this yet. So let me just quickly grab this back for a second. I know it won't really change much because as soon as I ascend, we've lost it all again. But it just makes sense to do this. Again, it's just good to have the rune bulk and stuff. So there we go. We've got what we need. Now we can just open a few more of these, get these upgrades right here. Quickly step on this one. And now we are pretty much all good to go. So I just need a bit of yin. I still don't understand how I've not got any yet in ages. Like, surely we will get some now. Come on, game. We have 17 million yang and 2,000 yin. So there we go. All right, so let's buy this one, and now let's go for this one and this one. And then lastly, the rune upgrades. So all really good stuff. Let's just clear the field once. And then we'll just do one more full reset in just a second. In terms of runes, I think these are all maxed. Yeah, they are. So the bamboo one is completely maxed apart from these 2. And same with this one pretty much. So yeah, just these 2 are the only ones we can really increase. I mean, it's still worth doing. There's no reason not to. And yeah, it's just one of those things though. So let's upgrade this one. We'll upgrade this. And there we go. All right, so let's go back into the grind. Let's go to the dock world and just pretty much catch up to where we were earlier, actually, which is rather insane because it only seems like I was there earlier, which I guess I was. So, all right, so we need 1 DQG. So definitely a long way to go. Fortunately, we keep these. So that's nice because it means we don't have to grind them again. And now, I was about to say, are we even getting any fish? It seems that we are. It's just extremely slow. So, so yeah, it's just very, very slow. All right, let's just go for these then. And then that should hopefully help us out just a bit. We do need to sell things. I think we just hit the jackpot the first time. That's why we went into the billions right away. There we go. And now we do need bubbles. So in order to get bubbles, we have to go down the rod upgrade route, and now we can actually get the bubbles right away. So let's just get some upgrades first, otherwise it would just be a bit of a pain going forward. And now we should be able to sell, get the bubbles, and ascend. So nice, good stuff. I don't know what ascension I was on when I did the prestige. I think I just stopped going for them at some point. Not like intentionally, that's how it just turned out to be. So let's cash in then, we'll get some bubbles going. We just need to work on bubbles right now. So really easy. You can see they're gaining at a decent rate. So yeah, we'll just wait this one out then. So as soon as we get there, we are pretty much all good to go. And then we will ascend again automatically to Ascension number 28. So yeah, good stuff. Let's get this done. Now we need a ton more, I believe. 500 billion, which is a fair share. So we will go for the rod upgrades to unlock everything again. Let's go for some upgrades this time. So we'll just go from left to right again in traditional fashion. And then now we can just go from right to left this time to hopefully balance most things out. We'll do it one last time. And then now we should be in a good place, hopefully, to grind bubbles. So let's see. Yep, we've done it already. So extremely easy. So now we just need 500 QN, which is a bit, it's a bit actually, it is a bit. One thing I've remembered is we should probably get the rune quickly. I forgot to get the rune. So we will get the rune momentarily, and that should hopefully help us out a lot because I think that we should actually be able to get everything from it, hopefully. Let's actually see. So here we are. And yes, we are pretty much gaining everything. I actually think the old deep is a secret as well. So yeah, this is basically free now, guys. This is pretty much free. Secret. What does that mean? Oh, secret fish. Oh, sorry, I'm being a clown. I mean, that's what happens at midnight. But anyway. Alright, so let's just grind this then. Now we should be able to just sell and actually get to where we need to be, which is just absolutely crazy, really. To say that we went from before having to spend ages to get everything, and now we can just max this out instantly. So again, all really good stuff. Let's max these out then. Nice. Sell all, and there we go. Again, repeat the same process, max this out, sell all, and again, we are good to go. So SPTG, which is where I was a second ago. So in that case, then we will just take the fishing rod upgrades, I guess. It's just pretty much 1 for 1 at this point. So we'll just sell a fish, get the upgrade, sell a fish, repeat, etc. And then now we should hopefully be able to max this out fairly soon. I know I can buy the auto upgrades, which I should probably get, but we're just so committed to it. We'll get them soon. Actually, we've run into a hurdle. Wow. Interesting. Alright, so let's just leave that be then. Maybe we can get that in a second with some upgrades. And now let's get these. Okay, cool. Max everything out with these. And we'll check the board out on the left in just a second. We'll max these out as high as we can. And there we go. Get a bunch of fish. Not that it really means too much. Actually, we can get this now. Alright, cool. So we've maxed that one out. Alright, nice. We've fully maxed out the fishing area. I have never done that before. So we are a new record high, I guess, which is good. And now we will just sell everything right there. We'll get the bubbles going very quickly. Max all of these out as high as we can. And then we will quickly just grab a fish. Boom. Sell everything. Buy these again. And then we will just get the upgrades behind me. And nice. Sell these. And now, what can we do? We can check out this. So these are rings. So this is what we were looking at the last time in the last video. The board I never unlocked. And I was wondering what it was. So it is actually rings. And we did prestige. So it shows us new rings now, I believe. And I don't know how many you can equip at once. So let's just get this one. This one should be easy. Okay, maybe not. How are we not getting any of these ones? I mean, I was getting these ones like randomly just from just playing the game by sheer luck. And now we seemingly can't get any. So, that's bizarre. All right, let's manually fish then and see if we can get any this way. I mean, it is purely the... Oh, we got one. Angelfish. Is that one? I think that might be one, guys. Angelfish. Tuna, sardine, marlin. No, it isn't. Okay, so we get one of them that isn't one of the required fish. All right, so let's just try this then. We still can't get that one. We still can't get this one. We can't get that one. Can't get that one. And we can't get that one. Okay, so sadly, it's just not meant to be at the moment. Let's keep this going then. And just hope that we can actually get something good fairly soon. There's this station over here at Prestige 2, which we are relatively far away from, to be completely honest. So this will just grind automatically. We do have automated fish, which is good. Let's just try everything one last time just to see. Again, I'm sure we haven't got any coming in yet, but again, until you try, you just truly don't know. Let's just open this up then and see what we've got. Nice. I think we need to go back to world number 2 to max out the stuff. Yeah, we do. So let's quickly do that then. Should only take a second. Nice. And there we go. Boom, boom. The one-click upgrade is just fantastic, to be honest. That's such a good change. I'm so glad it got added. So yeah, it just makes life so much easier. It really, really does. All right, so what we should do then is go to the spawn world. Double check we've actually got a rarity, because I have a feeling we don't. Yep, we don't. I knew we didn't. So we'll see if we can get the 1 in 100 trill. I don't know if we can or not. Maybe not. maybe we can. Doesn't seem like it. So, yeah, that's rather unfortunate, really. But it's what it is. We'll get it one day, I'm sure. So, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's just not happening. All right, so let's open up this then. These are pretty much all maxed, I believe. Let's double check. Yeah, it's just core stats we're boosting. I mean, we do need points. We are actually getting a ton of points. So we should actually ascend in a second, but I don't really want to. Oh, I've clicked the wrong button. Yeah, we unfortunately ascend. But okay, it's not necessarily the end of the world. So, I mean, let's actually check, because isn't that the requirement for Prestige 2? 1 DQG or whatever it is. It is. And we unlock challenges. All right, let's turn auto ascend off. Let's just quickly get back to where we were then. So realistically, we should get back to maxing this world out, I think, just in case we get any of the upgrades for fish. I should have probably checked my fish prior to doing the Ascension, just in case we got the ring. But I don't know if we keep the rings or not. Does it say if you keep rings? Let's see. Sacrifices, challenges, and event. So, yeah, we'll lose the ring anyway by the look of it. So there's no point of really going for it, because we'll just lose it anyway. So we'll just quickly max out this. I know there's not really much points because we just purely need points themselves. So let's just quickly do it though. Again, it's only like a 1 minute activity, luckily. And then we should be able to get all of these upgrades. We can go for some of these as well. Brilliant. Sell all. Get that upgrade. And then just repeat the process all over again. Okay, so we max out the thing in afar. We can get these upgrades really easily. And that is this world now done. Let's drop back to the fire world very quickly and just max everything out here. So there we go, pretty much all done already. This world's just so easy now with the one shots. It's so good. I know I'll say that probably for the rest of this video, but that's just purely to prove the point that that is a really good change. And I do appreciate it. Okay, so let's go back to the volcanic rune. Is that what it's called? Volcanic, a volcano. So same thing really. So there we go. Let's go back to spawn then. See what we've got going on in spawn. So over here we do have this. Okay, easy. And over here we do have this. Okay. So we do need a... No, we don't need a rarity. We keep our rarity. And I think we are all good to go. I know I could buy like dice upgrades, but honestly at this point, will it even really change too much? Probably not. So yeah, we'll just leave that be for now then. What we can do is go back to here. We do need to max this set area out. I think we actually lose the world 2 from doing this. So we may just need to go back to quickly max that one out again. If we do. And even if we do, it's not necessarily like detrimental, because it will take a second to max everything out again anyway. All right, cool. So there we go. We can max this out. All really good stuff. Now we should be able to quickly just go for these upgrades again. I think one of them was a point boost, which is the reason I came back to this world. Now we should be able to get these up nice, pretty much at the same point now. And that is slightly far behind, but again, nothing really too bad as such. So, okay, so let's get this then. Now we are gaining a decent amount of points. Let's go back into the docks world. Actually, we should check the second ward first, the Hell ward, and just make sure we've actually still got the tree, which we do. So that's good to know. And let's go back into docks then. And now we will get the fishing rune again and just see what it actually ends up giving me. So we do get the wrecked ship, which I believe is a new one for me. So it gives bubbles and rune luck and rune bulk. So that's actually insane. That's really good. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to compare my runes to the frequently asked questions in the Discord. So let me just quickly check. So it is under frequently asked questions. So we'll go through them one by one and we'll just quickly check. So the 1K events has up to the king, which we've got. and the maximum is 2.5, which I've got, and it doesn't seem to say the other ones. I guess nobody's found the max yet on those. So yeah, we've got all of those, so that's good to know. We're not missing any of those runes, at least the ones that have been discovered yet. So we did manage to pick up the attributes rune, which is, sorry, the absolute rune, which is a boost to attributes. So we definitely need to get more of this one. And that is now the highest one, it seems, and the cap is 1.5. So I guess you just need 50 of them, which isn't too bad, to be honest. So we'll test that out fairly soon. We've got this one here as well, which is pretty good. And it seems that the 75k event world is at the bottom of the post. So we do have one in here, and it gives attribute luck, rune luck, and rune bulk. And then it caps out at 2 attribute luck and 2.5 of the rune luck and the rune bulk. So I haven't got it yet, but that's the stats of it in case you were wondering. So next up on the list is the basic rune. And in order for this one, the highest one is 0, which we've maxed. So that's good to see. And then the dice rune is, again, divide by 0, which is the max. Next up on the volcano rune, we do have termination, which is the max, and we've already maxed that one out. So after that, we have the panda, which is the overgrowth, which is, again, fully maxed. I'm not bothered about the bamboo, so we're just going to ignore that. And the sakura rune is maxed as well. And then now we've got the ocean rune. And we do actually have, what do we have? So it seems that we have the wrecked ship, which is the highest. So that's good to see. It seems that the others just go up potentially forever, maybe. So yeah, that's something that we could just possibly grind forever at this point. So mainly it's just points we're after, right? And I don't really know what I can do to gain more points. Do we have these bought? Are you kidding me? Bruh. Alright. Alright. Okay, so that's unfortunate. There is another rune to the right side of the screen. This one. But we have to get to challenge number 3 first, which we unlock in prestige number 2. So yeah, we're not quite there yet. That's no problem though, because it means there's something we can still grind towards, which is always good. There's nothing worse, in my opinion, than playing games with nothing to grind for. So let's drop back to the spawn then, see what the spawn rune is looking like, and maybe we just grind points. I don't really know how else I can get them. Maybe we just quickly check out the basic rune. Okay, we are getting a ton of those anyway. What if we turn rune luck off? Does that make us get the lower tier ones a lot quicker? Let's see. So yeah, it is definitely doing something. It's definitely going up. Whether it's quicker or not, I'm not entirely sure. But the bar is progressing. We will absolutely take that. So we can now actually do it, guys. So that's all we really need. We only needed 1 DQG. So now we can actually get to prestige 2 already. So we only hit prestige 1 not too long ago. So nice. So let's go ahead, hit prestige number 2 then. And now 3, 2, 1. Boom. So we've unlocked challenges. Let's fly through the ascensions. We'll turn auto ascend on. And we just want to get back to the challenges as quickly as possible. So over here then, we can click away on this. And then now we just need dice. So again, we'll just stand on here, get these as quickly as possible, upgrade these as high as we can whilst we are here. And there we go. And that will be okay for the time being. I know it doesn't really change much because as soon as we ascend, we do lose the dice anyway. Actually, whilst I remember, let's quickly just check our runes. We do lose everything. So we may as well just, we'll get them. Yeah, let's just, when we unlock magma, I guess is the requirement, we'll get them then. So here we are. All right, we do need magma. So let's turn auto ascend off just for a second. We've now got a ton of, oh, challenge number, unlock number 10. Where's that? Oh, here it is. All right, so now we should be able to just get a ton of these. Okay, cool. We've got everything we need from this one, I'm sure. We definitely don't need any more. Is rune lock on? It is not. Let's try it again now quickly. There we go. All right, so I'm sure we have everything we need from that one. So in this case, we'll turn auto ascend back on. We'll just click away on the skill tree, and then now we are good to go. So we'll just get a few bits of magma if it allows me to. Come on, game. All right, nice. So we get what we need right there. Let's keep going then. We do get the fire again really easily. I love it when it's fire because it's basically free. So we can now do this. I mean, they're all free really, aren't they? They're not necessarily difficult for me. So what we'll do then is we will try to get some more points. There we go. And now we need bamboo. So with bamboo, I guess we could just go to the world. There's no point of getting the runes at the moment because they are all just going to reset anyway. And yeah, let's just stick with that then. All right, so let's just get these. Nice. We now need Blossom, which is an upgrade we have to unlock over here. So there we go. And now we can just click away on this one. Okay, really easy. And it seems that we are able to get the Blossom right now then. So there we go. We do get the Blossom. We should probably get these going again. Nice. It would be good if we actually got those. Okay, so we're back on track. Let's just quickly get a few of these Everbloom resets done. Nice, there is another one by the look of it. And the final one is right there. And there we go. So let's go back to where we need to be then. I'm going to turn auto ascend off for a moment. And the reason for that is I want runes. So let's just quickly open up a ton of these. Perfect. And now we should just be able to one-shot every level from this. Even the highest level, I believe. Let's just put that to the test, and we can indeed. So that worked as planned. Let's just get a few of these going. And now we'll click away. So yeah, we've pretty much got infinite blossom. Let's turn auto ascend back on. And now we are all good to go. Okay, so let's click away then. We just need to get one piece of bamboo each time. And now we can unlock this. We can one-shot everything. Again, it's just a one-click gaming at this point, guys. That's the whole point behind it. That's why I wanted to just get everything done extremely quickly, as it allows me to one-shot everything. All right, so we now need coins, which is, of course, the next world. Let's go to the docks world and see what it's all about. So here we are. We are now in the docks world, and we'll just quickly grab a fish. Whilst we're doing that, we need one DQG with a capital Q this time. And it automatically, it unlocks auto yin and yang. So yeah, that would be really good actually. We do absolutely need to get that. So we should be able to soon. However, what we could do is look at this. So reach Ascension 20 and we get permanent rune look and rune bulk by 2.5 times. So that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Wow. All right. What we'll do then is it says it doesn't reset runes. And in that case, we will quickly just go for a quick 1 trillion, I think. So we'll get 1 trill. We'll just get a few runes. It should only take a second, really. All right, nice. We've got that 2 trillion already. We'll just get a bit more. 7 trill should do. And now we'll just quickly run over to here, get these. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it'll all add up, I'm sure. And there we go. Okay, so let's start the challenge. We only need Ascension number 20. And it should be easy enough, to be honest. And let's get this show on the road. Okay, so we are doing well. All right, let's keep going then. We do need to actually play the game properly this time. There we go. Let's actually just do the right thing. Now we need dices. And apparently my brain's just not working at all anymore. So that is that. But let's get some runes. And now we should be able to just quickly grab the fire. Let's just go into here very quickly. Perfect. And now we can indeed go to the hell world. Here we are. And let's close the store. For some reason it was open. And now we should be all good to go. We just need to get to magma, which we now have unlocked. So there we go. Try and get the magma reset, which we were able to do. And again, we'll just zoom out, walk over to magma, And again, just repeat the same process. So now we just need 10 QD fire, which is a one shot. Luckily, I'm so glad we don't have to wait around for fire, to be honest. And there we go. So now we are back to pretty much where I need to be. We'll just get a bunch of these runes again for the sake of it. And we did manage to get the magma right there. So now we should just be able to open everything. We'll get the permanent upgrades again whilst I am thinking about it. And that is that. So now we should be able to go back to the Zen world and see what is next. Okay, so we'll get the bamboo upgrades. We'll just buy a few runes whilst I can afford them. Okay, cool. And now we'll buy this one. And we will actually buy these, like I keep forgetting. And then I look at the board thinking, why is the board not active? But, you know, we figured it out. Alright, so here we are then. We can now unlock the blossoms, which we've got. So we'll turn auto ascend off for just a second. And you'll see why in a moment. There we go. We just need a few of these guys. And now we can turn it back on. And we will absolutely one-shot every single level of it, I'm sure. So I have no doubt that we won't. And now we should just be able to one-shot everything. Perfect. There we go. And yes, this is what I mean. So when I say one-shot, I just mean one-click everything. And to me, that is a one-shot. But however you want to say it, that is up to you. Okay, so we've got what we need. Let's keep going. We have actually completed the challenge already. So I don't know how that works. Can we start another one? It looks like the docks ward is now closed, unfortunately. So we'll just quickly grind this one out then. I mean, it's not like it's a difficult ward for me anymore. It used to be at one point, but is it anymore? Not really. So yeah, it's not too big of an issue. All right, so 5 mil coins, which indicates we've unlocked the dock. So let's go into the dock world again and see what the next challenge is. Hopefully we can do it. Ascension 30 and an auto hell world. So, okay, not bad. I actually think we can do that. I should have gone for runes. Did I just troll? No. Yes, sort of. Yeah, I did, I think. I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world. So, auto ascension is on. Let's get some points going then. And now we should just be able to quickly get a few of these. Okay, cool. Let's just click away then. And here we are. Let's get this show on the road. Okay, so let's auto ascend whenever we can. We'll quickly get some dice upgrades. Runes, sorry, because I keep forgetting to. And now we are able to get all of these upgrades. Really good. And now let's go into the fire ward because we do need to try and get there. I believe it was Ascension 30 we needed. So yeah, it's not really too hard because I've definitely been there before. Although we do have a slight stat buff this time. Sorry, stat nerf even. But it shouldn't be too bad. I don't think it will be too bad. I don't think we'll be able to do the next challenge yet. Maybe we can. I don't know what it is. And we'll have to wait to see, really. That's all it comes down to in this case. But yeah, I mean, that's still a one-shot at least. So that's promising. And that's with a debuff. So yeah, it's just the way it goes. All right, let's just quickly get the permanent upgrades and everything whilst I do remember. And now we'll just go for the magma resets and stuff. And there we are. So now we just need points. We quickly will just max out ward number 2 in full. We'll get some more runes and stuff just to make sure we have the absolute maximum of everything we can possibly get right now. And in a case where everything matters, it does make the most sense to do that. Okay, so here we are. We're back in the bamboo world. Let's buy the packs quickly, or the things even. Whenever we can actually just stop automatically ascending. There we go. And now we do need the blossom. So let's just quickly go for these then. 1. Okay, we need the runes. All right, there we go. That's what I was missing. So now we've got the runes. We should just be able to one-shot everything, which is absolutely the case. And we are so back. Okay, so let's just keep this going then. And now we just need to go up to the blossoms. There we go. I keep forgetting to click properly. So there we go. We've unlocked blossoms and repeat. Okay, nice. So 1, 2, and 3. Then 1. Nice. And now we just need a bit more. So 1, 2. Okay, that's not quite how it works. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And there we are. Cool. All right, so we've got a decent amount of blossoms already. We are able to actually get back to where we need to be now. Boom. And there we go. we've already completed this world. So we'll quickly just get the blossom runes just for the sake of it, like I have been doing previously. There's no downside to like getting them, I guess. So we'll just click once, click this, max these out as high as we can, get the rune upgrade. That's all I'm really bothered about in this case. We'll quickly just come over here for the point upgrade as well. There we are. Get a few more runes, and now we can teleport into the docks ward. So we're back on track. We need 7 more ascensions, which should be relatively easy, to be honest. So yeah, it's just the coins that we need. So we'll get these coins really quickly, to be honest. And then we should get a decent amount. Yeah, we do. So let's just get the fishing rod upgrade. We can get the coin upgrade boost, and then we should be able to sell. And then just sell again. And there we are. So now we need bubbles, which is fishing rod number 2. So we have the ability to get the first one. And now we just need to pretty much get the second one. And then we are good. However, what I do want to try and do though, this time around, is get runes because I forgot to get them. So I know I can buy them already. And I know we'll get more runes from having the bubbles unlocked. But for 30 trillion, I think it's going to cover the bubbles anyway. I mean, the runes anyway. So that should hopefully help us out a lot. And let's actually see. Okay, so 27 sardine. So a big jump, if I say so myself. Let's just get the bubbles going in the background then. Nice, we've got these easily. And there we go. So now we are back on track. Let's go for the fishing rods again then really quickly. So 1. We just need to go up to the second one. We'll sell once, get the bubbles going. And nice, we have now got the bubbles going in the background. All right, so we'll get some coin upgrades coming in and stuff. We do actually need to get them still. They are still an upgrade worthy of getting, of course. So there we are. We can now go for these. And the bar is progressing. We'll just wait for it. There's no point of doing much else, because otherwise we're just going to stall our progress slightly. And that's not what I want to do. Okay, so over here then, we can go for this one. We'll go up to 50 mil for the second rod. And then we should be pretty much good to go, I think. All right, cool. So there we are. We can get that one with ease. Let's actually just go for the third one. I think it's just really cheap anyway. What is it, a bill? Yeah, there we go. And now we can sell. Boom. Get these back. Okay, cool. And that's all good to see. And then we'll just stand back over here. We'll get the bubbles in the background right now. And then we are hopefully back on track. All right, nice. So let's come over to here then. We'll get these bubble boosts. I'm not really too bothered, to be honest. As long as we are just getting bubbles, that's really the main thing at this point. And now we should be able to just get to where we need to be. Yeah, let's just wait it out. There's no point of doing much else. And I believe we are 1 away after this one. So pretty good. Really quick, actually. And this one does automatically max out the hell ward for me, I believe. So that should be good, as it makes life much easier. And who doesn't like an easy life? I know I would, and do. So, all right, let's get these upgrades done. Actually, we just need the rod upgrades first. I'm trolling. So there we go. We get the first one. We get the second one. And then we get the third one. And can we get the fourth one? I actually think we can. We can indeed. So we do get the fourth one right there. So now we should be pretty much good to go, I think, for where we are. So let's just get a few upgrades. We'll get these. Nice. And that one. Okay, that should do. We still can't even afford that. That's crazy. All right, let's sell everything then. Let's get some more cash upgrades. And then just go from the left to the right. And that should do. And now we will just quickly sell everything. We'll get a few of these bubbles going. And now we just need to get the cash upgrades from the bubble area. So we'll quickly grab those when we can, of course. We'll sell everything. And now we should buy this just to get it. And yeah, we maxed that one out really easily. And all good stuff. Okay, so we are already on trillions because the board over here did reset, which is no problem because we did remember this time. And we do need to go up to 500 QN. So we should be there any moment, and we've done it. Nice. So as easy as that, that should now be the challenge over. So we've now completed the challenge. And Ascension 33. I think, is that even realistic? I mean, it is a huge debuff-ish, but it unlocks the deep rune. And that is a rune we have not had before, I believe. So, well, it isn't because it's the one over there. And you know what? We're going to try it. Okay? We're going to try it. So maybe I should have bought a few runes first. I think I've already trolled. Yeah, I absolutely have. That's really annoying, actually. So, okay. Let's actually just teleport back to the docks quickly. Let's review the challenge one more time and see what the actual debuff is again. So, just a huge debuff to stats. So, I actually think we should be fine. Maybe. However, the biggest thing at the moment is the fact that we don't have any runes. So we'll just quickly go through the game. But then if we're going through the game, I've already griefed now. I've already ended the challenge. All right, a bit of a troll. That definitely not a good play. Okay, let's just quickly get everything back to where we need it to be. That's really annoying, actually. So I'll quickly fix this. I'll be a few seconds, and then I'll be back once we've got the runes and we're able to restart the challenge. So yes, I'll see you guys in a second. And if you actually see, in fact, we might not even need to do that. I don't actually think we do, because we've already maxed out world number 2 from the last challenge we've completed and obtained that perk to max out world 2. So that is actually insane. Let's actually just check that one out quickly. So it's automatically generating me magma as well. So that is fantastic. Really good upgrade, actually. So would highly recommend that one if you've not done it already. And now we'll just quickly click away on these. We'll get these upgrades. Let's just keep the video going, I guess, then, as we technically don't need to do anything because we are pretty much where I need to be. So we'll get a few of these. Nice. And now we should actually be able to get some of the blossoms as well. All right, nice. We've got the blossoms. So the play for this one is to just do this and hope we get a few. Nice. So that worked as intended, which is amazing because it means that we don't have to specifically grind for them anymore in order to keep the runes or to get the runes later on, if that makes any sense. So now we can go for these resets. Okay, cool. Now we can go for this one. It's not as bad as it looks, to be honest. I know I did slightly grief the challenge, but realistically, as long as we can just even get back into the dark world and buy some runes, I think we should be good. So let's keep clicking away then. Let's just focus on what we can do instead of speculating about where we'll soon be. And nice, we're back up to where we need to be. So I'll quickly just get back to the 3rd Everbloom. And then, what does this actually even give? Spawn rate increase. Okay, that's good. And more yin and yang. So yeah, we'll quickly just grab these. There's no reason not to in this case. And then we'll just click away on this side, get these upgrades, and that should do. Okay, cool. Run over this, run over this. Okay, apparently not. And that one. Quickly just max this one out for the point boost because I would forget otherwise. And now we should be able to go back to the docks. No problem at all. Okay, so we just now need runes from this world. So the play then is to purely just go for runes. I think we should turn auto ascend off because I just need coins at this point. So we'll turn that off. We'll go for a few of the fishing rod upgrades. And then this should hopefully help us out anyway. And now I know the bar at the top is filling like there's no tomorrow, but that's no problem because it's not really my intention at the moment. So yeah, let's just do what we need to do. And then we should now be pretty much good to go, I think. So, all right, let's get these cash upgrades then. We can now sell this for 16 QD. And we'll just open up a ton of runes right now. And as you can see, we are getting all of them, I believe. So, okay, we're still not quite getting one of them. I don't know why we're missing that one all of a sudden. That makes no sense. What am I missing? Unless we've just got unlucky and not got it yet, but Yeah, we're missing the wrecked ship. I know why. We need a passive or a rarity, whatever they're called. So yeah, a rarity. That's why. So we've got the 1 in 10 trill. We will just take that one, I guess. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. And now let's go back to the docks and get those runes back. All right, so let's get the runes. Nice. So are we getting it? It doesn't look like we are. That's incredible. Why am I not getting it? Has it maxed out the floor? Yeah, it has. That's really interesting. I mean, did we get any of these? Surely we've got everything we need, right? That's really bizarre. What am I missing? Oh, I know why. It's probably because we don't have these. I guess these just make that much of a difference. Surely, right? I guess they do. Oh, I know why. I've completely trolled. It's because I've lost all of my upgrades in this world. So we'll just quickly get these back. It should only take a second. Luckily, they are extremely easy. All right, there we go. Max these out. Nice. And that should do. Okay, so we'll get a bit of bamboo quickly. And then we can now get some yin and yang. So we'll boost the multiplier. And then we'll go for this one. And then we can go for this one. And we'll just go for a bit of everything right now. We just need 5k of each. So hopefully we can get this one fairly soon. We just need some yang. And then we are all good to go. So nice, nice. And I guess let's go for these first. All right, nice. And there we are. Okay. So we've got everything we need. Now we should be able to go back to the dark world and get the wrecked ship rune. If I can't get it now, I have no idea what I've done wrong. And yeah, we'll just have to see though. And there it is. We are getting it. Okay, so we've got the runes. We've got everything we need. I think that we are good to go for the challenge. So we'll just go up to a decent coin multi. We'll go up to probably... I know it goes on forever, really, it seems. I think the time before I had it at, what, like 1.5 trillion or something? So we'll just go up to maybe 50 bill. I think that should be quite good to begin with. And then we will give the challenge a go. And realistically, I think we'll be okay. So I'm not really too concerned or worried about that. And then let's check these. I do actually want to drop back to this world, the event world, quickly and just see if we can get any of those. So we'll go to 50 bill first. And then as soon as I get to 50 bill, we will go to the event world, see what we've got going on in there. And nice, that should do it. Okay, so off to the event world we go. Now we can quickly just run in. And here we are. So let's open up a ton of these. It would be nice to just like get some really good ones, but I don't necessarily know if we can even do that. Let's just boost stars, I guess. We're up to 18 billion right now, which is pretty good. So they are slowly rising by the second. And we're gaining a decent amount, really. And it seems that our shards are now infinite. So it seems that we're now at the point to where we are gaining more shards than we're spending when it comes to this rune. So we can actually open this rune forever now, which is nice because we couldn't do that before. And now we can. So let's check out what we're getting then. So it seems that we're not really progressing too much on this one. We still haven't really got many legendaries from it. And it's just one of those things whereby we may need like a weather boost. So we'll just keep an eye open for that one and just hope we get it at some point. But for now, let's just focus on what we can do. And what we can hopefully do is this challenge. So let's give it a go. We can actually go for the challenge right now. And here we are. So the challenge is now underway. I believe it was Ascension number 33 that we need this time. So shouldn't be too difficult. So I say. Let's give it a go though. All right, so here we are. We can just auto click those. Let's click over to here. And again, we'll just max these out first time. And we are maxing the fire ward out as well, as you can see at the top, which is amazing because it means that we don't really have to do much for it. So we are now back to the Zen world already. It seemed that the point progress was a bit slower than what we used to, but again, you have to think that that is understandable based on the fact that the challenge gives you the debuff. So let's get this one then. Let's go for these. Okay, nice. And now let's just quickly grind these out then. So, okay, good stuff. Let's just go for this one. And we're just going to stay on the rune, do the reset like I did previously, and just make sure we get more runes. So there's no reason not to do that in my opinion when it comes to blossoms or just anything really. So yeah. All right, let's turn the auto max off by 2 of each so we can get these tiles and then turn it back on again. And nice, there we go. We get a slight boost to both without spending everything we have on the other 2 upgrades, which are still good, but not really what I'm after at the moment. So now we can just go for more of these Everbloom resets, and there we go. And now we can just get the blossoms. So all really good. We're on track, which is the main thing. And now we just need a few more blossoms, which we are not actually one-shotting, so that is not a good sign. It means we will actually have to play the game. Not that that's a bad thing, but yeah, it's just a bit different to what I'm used to at the moment when it comes to this one. So, all right, let's go for the upgrades then. See what we do need. We can, of course, just put all of our points into these upgrades. And yeah, we're flying through the levels at least. It's not like ultra difficult, but it's not ultra easy either. Compared to like the main game where we just upgrade everything in one click, the debuff is definitely having an impact on our gameplay at least. So there we are. Now we should be able to get this one, I think, quite easily. Or at least hope that I can. Maybe not actually. QN. Is QN after... No, it isn't. It goes... No, it is actually, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You can see the bar at the top. So let's get these upgrades then. Here we are. Okay, nice. There we go. That's what we're talking about. All right, so in traditional fashion, we will go for the resets later on. We're just going to get as far as we can at the moment. And honestly, we just need to just keep clicking away as long as we can to where we just don't one-shot things much more. Okay, so we're getting 5 QN per drop, basically. Well, at least 1 QN anyway. And now we do need bubbles. So in order to get bubbles, we need that fishing rod number 2, remember? So we just need to quickly grab those, sell one more thing, and there we have it. We have the bubbles. Okay, so same thing again. Let's go to the second fishing rod, sell one more time, and there we have it. Okay, so same again. We just need to get to the fishing rod number 2. And then we should hopefully get the bubbles relatively easily. And we do indeed. So that is good to see. All right, now we just need coins, which is what we get anyway. So in this case, instead of going for the fishing rod, I'm just going to upgrade the coin Morty. And there we are. Same again. Instead of the fishing rod, we'll just go for the coin Morty. And there we go. Okay, not quite. So in this case, it does make sense to just keep upgrading the coin Morty instead of everything else, as the other upgrades would just reset my coins anyway, and we don't really want that at the moment. So let's keep going then. We'll max out the fish upgrades just so we farm fish a bit quicker, or fish a bit quicker, however you want to word it. And there we go. So now we're up to points, and this is where it gets a bit tricky because we do need to drop back a world to the Zen world at least and see... Oh wait, we've done the challenge. All right. I guess we don't need points. Well, we technically do still, but yeah, the challenge is done. So there we are. The challenge is now done. And Ascension 35. And it auto unlocks the Zen world. So the question is, guys, is that realistic? I think probably not. But then on the other hand, it is only the same debuff as the second challenge. So let's check our runes. We should still have all of our runes, right? Yeah, we do. So we've still got all of our runes. We should probably grind a few more, but we now have the ability to get this one as well. So let's go for... We'll get coins initially. Let's just stay on this one for a second, see what we've got going on. And it seems that we're not really getting much because we don't have the relevant upgrades, unfortunately. So let's just quickly grab these. Okay, the 1 in 10 trill is fine. That's like the minimum for me now, it seems. We'll go to the Zen world quickly and just see what we've got going on here. And we are now gaining points. So whatever we did, it was just the rarity that we were missing. So that is fine. I think what we should do then is probably just try the challenge. I actually think we try the challenge because the biggest issue will be points. And I understand that this rune will be good. I don't necessarily know what it even gives. How much does it even cost? QDDE. So I don't know how expensive that is off the top of my head. And let's check. So let's turn auto prestige off. This is probably going to be the longest video on this game, by the way. So if you do enjoy these long ones, do let me know. And yeah, I just want to try and get all the challenges done in one video. So do subscribe and like and let me know if it's something you enjoy. And if you're still watching, comment the word fire. So yeah, drop that comment. All right, let's see what we need to do then. So we need to unlock at least the new rune, I'd imagine. I mean, we get it for a reason. Of course, it's there to help. So let's just make sure we can get it all. So let's keep going then. We'll keep spamming rod resets. And there we are. Keep doing it. We're on 6 right now. 7. 8. And let's just click these. And 9, I believe. Okay, cool. So we've maxed that one out. Now we just need to go for the bubbles as well. So they should all be a one-shot, which they are indeed. And now let's get these auto upgrades. Okay, apparently not because I have no coins. And now let's get the auto upgrades. So that one, and that one. And now the game is fishing for me automatically. We've got everything we need at the moment. We'll max these out right there. And now let's just see what we can actually get. Okay. So we'll check these very, very quickly. Still can't craft that one. Still can't craft that one. We can't craft any of these, I don't think. That's unfortunate, but it's just what it is. And now let's sell this. We'll go for this upgrade. And now we will sell this again quickly. Just repeat this a few more times. We'll get a few more levels on it. And now we should hopefully be on track to being able to afford the next rune. So I don't know where that number is, or is it like QDDE? So I don't know where that one stands, but let's give it a go and just see if we can get it, which we can. So we can actually get this one now, which changes absolutely everything. What does this one do, you may ask? I'm unsure, but what we'll do first is make sure we've got every upgrade we possibly can, and then we will come back to that one and then open it up to the maximum. So we'll leave you on the cliffhanger for now. It won't be long. And let's just quickly get the Everblue number 5 first. There we are. And now we just need to go down this route very quickly. Nice. And now we just need to max these out. Cool. And here we are. So let's buy this. We barely get any yin and yang. So that's annoying. I wish I could get more. Like, we need more. Come on, game. Because then we can get like the rune boosts and stuff from it. But unfortunately, it seems that we're not getting any, which is rather annoying because whenever I need it, we can't get it. And I do need it right now. So come on, game. Okay, 2.9 mil. Let's go for this then. We'll go for this and then this one. And then we'll just do the same on this side. And then we'll just get a bit more of each. We have next to none again. We just need one of each really to get the 2 upgrades in the middle. And then we should be able to grind the new rune. We'll reveal what the new rune is. And then we will attempt challenge number 4 fairly soon. And hope that we can do it. Just hope. Whether we can or not is a different story. And we'll just have to see. So the point gain isn't crazy, unfortunately, at the moment, which is not ideal. But we did get there before, though. Hence how we got to this prestige in the first place. So, yeah, I fully believe. I know we can do it. I believe in myself. You should believe in me. And let's see what happens. Okay, so let's go to the docks. Actually, let's go back to spawn quickly. You're probably wondering why am I going back to spawn? Just to get one of these guys. We do need one of these. There we go, the 1 in 10 trail, which is my minimum requirement. And there we go. So we've got everything we need. We have smashed it out the park without any debuffs. And now we just need to quickly... Can we do this? No. Okay, imagine if we could do that. That'd be funny. All right, let's see what these do then. So we've now got the deep rune. And they give points, 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 and coins. So, decent upgrades. It should probably balance out the majority of the debuff compared to if I didn't have these runes, if that makes any sense. So, realistically, it'd probably be the equivalent of getting to Ascension 35 like normally without this rune. So without the debuff, or probably a bit similar to that. So let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, let's get the show on the road. So last challenge, maybe. I don't know if there's any more. We'll soon find out one way or another. And now we can turn auto ascend back on because we are here to ascend. Let's get these quickly whilst I remember, because I'm notorious for forgetting. Okay, that should be fine. We'll click away. And now we just need dice. So dice is over here. Nice. We will just max these out really quickly until we get to the bamboo requirement. And then we should be fine. So there we are. Let's get these going again. And now we do manage to get the 1 in 10 trillion already, which is rather insane to be honest. Because it should hopefully help us out when we need it the most. So in this case, we'll go to the Zen world. And we do nearly teleport out by accident, which would have been bad. And now let's go for these then. All right, so let's get everything we need. We can max out the Everbloom rather quickly. How much of each do I have? 20 and 40. Let's just max these out and then go for these, and now down over to this one. All right, cool. So we're getting yin and yang already, which is really good because I'm not even trying to get it specifically at the moment. I know it's not really something you go for anyway, but I mean, you can, and you probably should if you don't at some point, but you know what I meant. Now we can come over to here, get a few runes, and that is perfect. So again, really good start. Happy with the progress we've made. And now we just need to go back up to the dock world, and then we should hopefully be relatively good to go, I think. So back to the blossoms we are, and now we just need to continuously level up the Everbloom, and it will eventually get to the point where it might not be one-shottable, and in that case we may just get an additional Everbloom tier, and then it should in theory cancel it out, but it doesn't because we did it anyway. Okay, so we still need yin and yang. which is annoying because I'd rather get the rune clone and stuff if we can, but we're not going to wait around forever. And now let's just move on to the next world. So we are currently Ascension number 23. We know the strategy. And now all we have to do is just grind coins. So we one-shot everything at the moment. So lots of good one-shots. And now when we stop one-shotting, we will of course go for the bubbles instead, because that is what we do need. And there we go. So we'll get some more coins, do the bubble reset, and now ascend again. Do I have auto ascension on? I do indeed. So that is good to see. All right, let's go for the rod upgrades then. 1 and 2. There we go. Get the bubbles, and we should ascend again. Okay, I need to sell first. There we go. I mean, it's 1 in the morning pretty much. So in fact, it's a bit afterwards. So let's sell again. Let's go for the coin upgrades. Nice. And we'll go for the bubbles again. Actually, we need to sell first. And there we are. Cool. All right, now we just need coins. We just need coins. We just need coins. And we just need coins. These are so easy at this point. We're flying through them. Let's just buy the multi for the sake of it so we don't have to keep waiting around. And now we need points. Okay, so this is where it gets rather interesting. So we do need points. And what world has points? Zen. Zen has 1 upgrade for bamboo that you can use on points. So we'll quickly just grab this one. And now we do need a rarity as well, remember. We'll go for the Zen upgrades first. Oh, I should have bought the clone and stuff. I forgot. All right, let's just quickly try and get a bit more. We'll go for the Everblooms quickly as well. It doesn't necessarily change much, but it's just nice to get them, I guess. All right, cool. There we go. So let's go back to spawn. We do need a rarity, and then we should hopefully be able to get the next ascension rather quickly from this. Nope, not quite. And this is the issue. This is the issue I didn't really want to run into. And unfortunately, it seems that we have. So in this case, the thing that we need the most is probably... I don't even know. I actually don't know what we need. I'm sure it's quite simple, but what is it? All right, let's just max everything out for a start. And we do need this. Okay. We've maxed out these. Let's just max this one out quickly. I know it's only like a second, but there we go. And now we need to go for blossoms. So we'll get blossoms again quickly. One shot all of those really easily. Go for some of these. Go for some of these. It's going to be a simple solution, I'm sure. Let's quickly just grab those. And now the upgrades are definitely a lot harder in this world, in this challenge, which is expected, of course. And the biggest issue is points. And I honestly don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't even know if it's doable. I really don't. And maybe we might have to abandon the challenge. Because I actually don't think it's doable. I don't think fishing rods give me points. I believe they don't, no. I'm sure they don't. So, I honestly don't know what to do. Maybe we just have to grind a new rune, hoping I can actually afford it at some point with the debuffs. Which shouldn't be an issue, right? Hopefully, or at least he says. So, let's give it a go. Let's just get to the rod requirement. Get a few coin upgrades over here first. There we go. And now we should hopefully be able to get everything we need. So we'll sell all. Let's just buy these quickly whilst I remember. There we go. Get a few upgrades over on this side. Sell this. Get these. And now we are pretty much back to where we were a second ago. But the issue is we're barely gaining any points. What could I do? I think we just need more of the ocean rune. I believe that's the issue. and maybe more of the first rune. Maybe the second rune as well. Yeah, it looks like it's just rune 1 and 2, I guess. Because maybe the dice rune as well, potentially with these 3. Sorry, these 2. This one doesn't give points. So, this is rather interesting. Very, very interesting. Didn't really go as planned, but that's not a bad thing. And now we'll get these. Okay, so we are taking a bit of a hit right here. We had this up to 66 the last time, and now we can't even get that, I don't think. Actually, maybe we can. Yeah, we definitely can, right? So let's just see. Slowly but surely. Yeah, we'll get there eventually, but it's a bit of a hit. Let's just make sure we've actually got this on. We do. Did we get anything crazy? Sadly, we didn't. I wish we got the Eclipse right there. That probably would have changed everything. And now we just need Ascension 35. So even if we get this one, it's still going to be a struggle afterwards. And the biggest thing is the fact that we did it so easily before, but the biggest problem's points, like I've been saying the whole time. And if we can address the points issue, we are pretty much fine. The rest of it's easy. It's just purely points. So in order to get points, I guess we should actually go for just more runes in general, perhaps. Okay, we are gaining a bit more right now. So whatever we're doing is slightly working. It's not like game changing, but it is adding up. Let's go into the area over here quickly. And you know what I'm going to do? Which one's points? Alright, that's a bit of cope. I know that probably changed absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. And that's just probably the biggest cope you've ever seen. However, it is still something at least, right? Surely? Hopefully. So, yeah, we'll just see how it plays out. So we're now gaining 8 QDTG, but that isn't anywhere near enough. So we are still extremely far away. I actually think we're at the point now to where we have to forfeit the challenge. I just don't think it's doable. Because even if we somehow get through this level, we won't get through to the next one. And for what it is, let's just actually double check what it gives. I think it just purely automates the Zen world and gives rune bulk and stuff, which is good. I'm not saying that that's bad. That's not what I'm saying at all. But the biggest thing is, we just don't have the points initially anyway, and we just need to spam runes. So let's go to the docks. Maybe we have to revisit Challenge 4. And lessons learned is to just see what actually happens and take things for what they are. Let's see if we can get any of these. Alright, let's give this a go. We cannot. We cannot. We cannot. Nope. And nope. So we definitely need some of these. This one here would be really good. That would be pretty good. These, of course, would be good. And that would be amazing, actually. And yeah, we do need this one as well. So I think we go back to the drawing board. I'll probably farm a bit off camera just to like grind a ton of runes. And I mean an absolute ton of runes. This is the last challenge. It says 3 out of 4. So yeah, I just honestly don't think we can do anything. So we're not even really gaining much from this either. So in that case, we probably have to call it a day and take the L. So an unfortunate end, but it's a lesson learned, and we'll bounce back, of course. And then once we bounce back, we will destroy the challenge the next time. Alright guys, so it is now the next day. We are continuing where we left off the last time. So the last clip ended with a actual fail of challenge number 4. However, we're back now. I've been AFK in runes overnight. They've dropped global runes and everything else. So we are pretty much all good to go now, I believe. So I'll just recap everything. They did actually add global runes, and I've got a new theory for the text glitch, by the way. So if you look over here, the text is all like buggy. It's probably because there's so much text on the screen, you can only have a certain amount, or it's like the angles of it where it all overlaps. But yeah, it's one of the two, I think. So anyway, hopefully we can try and address it. Again, I think it's just an issue with Roblox itself, but it's what it is. So yeah, we've got a bunch of runes. I've rotated between a few of them, specifically the recovery rune, or the recover rune, sorry, and the 75k visits. I did max that one out overnight. That was the one I was on. And then when I did wake up, I did swap over to this one. And then I've maxed out pretty much every other rune as well. So even this new one. So actually we do need this. So again, that's not really like game changing as such. It is, don't get me wrong, but for what we're doing, it isn't. It'll just help with getting tokens, and tokens aren't a priority of mine at the moment because we need to make sure we can do the challenges. So let's go ahead and go back to world number 4. I'm going to start the challenge again. I think we are ready for it. We'll quickly do this as well. I believe I can actually prestige 2, to be honest. So hopefully we can get the eclipse. I don't think we will. I've opened a few this morning and sadly we didn't get it. So yeah, it just seems that we're hovering around between Zenith and like rune 3 and stats 3. So a bit unfortunate that we weren't able to pick it up. But for now, let's just focus on this and see what we need to do. Okay, so here we are. We are currently Prestige 2, Ascension 37, and we've got a ton of every rune. I think we can do it. If we can't do it now, we're probably not going to do it anytime soon, and you should probably have to Prestige first. So let's see if it is doable in 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, here we are. So let's get the show on the road. We do need to turn auto ascend on. I did get the rings as well. I forgot to say that. But I don't know if they reset or not. And if they do, then yeah, so be it. I guess we can't change that anyway. All right, so we're farming at the moment. We do need to go up to, I believe it was number 35, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was from yesterday. And yes, it is something we just need to grind towards. So it shouldn't be too difficult. I'm sure we can get it relatively easily, to be honest. And if I can't, I would be very, very surprised. Although I did say that in the last clip from earlier. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We do now have the ability to get a ton more Zen and everything, which is honestly just game changing. So we'll farm these quickly. We'll get a few of these going. Nice. We'll upgrade this, and now we can actually go for Zen and things. So we'll get Zen. If we get it, we'll go for it, of course. And we still haven't got any yet, which is quite crazy to see, to be honest. So yeah, we'll just see how it plays out then. So we'll get the blossoms, do the resets very quickly. Runes shouldn't be an issue because we should be able to just one-shot everything at this point because of my stats. So I keep realizing that I'm doing a few too many Everblooms, which isn't like the end of the world, but it is just time wasted. And when I'm trying to be efficient as possible, we just need to make sure that we're not messing around. All right, so we did pick up some yen. We get a decent amount because of my global runes and everything else, my event runes. So that's all really good to see. We do need to get coins, so we can go for those. Let's just max these out as far as we can. Nice. And then I guess we could get the points upgrade. Actually, we'll have to come back to this world anyway. So let's just go into the docks. We should power through these, no problem at all. And I don't think that this world will be an issue for me. Yeah, we're flying through it. So all really good to see. I wonder if we actually get to keep the rings or not. I don't think we will, but until you check, you never truly know. And I truly don't know. So we'll just have to see what happens. So let's get the bubble resets then. We are flying through these. These are really easy now. The new rune you get from challenge number 3 is really, really good. So I would highly recommend to get it because it does really help a lot. And it's what you need. So let's get back to bubbles then. We just need to do this right here. Boom. Sell all. Convert to bubbles. Auto ascend. Get the coins. Get the coins. Get the coins, get the coins, and now we just need points. So, surely it's not this difficult, right? I feel that maybe you just have to prestige first. NOQG. I don't even know what that is. So I'm currently in the challenge, and it is still not realistic as such because we're struggling to even get to Ascension number 34, despite having pretty much infinite runes at this point. So in that case, then what we should probably quickly do is go back to spawn. Somebody did drop a comment on the video saying that there's hidden stat tiles in every world for tokens. So let's check this one out. We should have a bunch of tokens already, 1.9k. So I think we should be able to afford them all unless they're like extremely expensive. And he said to zoom out, and you can actually see that there's 2 in this world. So there's one here and there's one over here. So let's check out this one first. I don't know what these actually do. So it boosts World 1 stats by 1 million. Wow. Okay, so we maxed that one out. I forgot I had the buy max on. How many tokens did that cost? Like about over 1,000, roughly 100, sorry. So, okay, not too bad, I guess. And then we do actually have rune luck here as well. So let's just go for rune luck. Oh, they are expensive. Okay, I'm glad we ran out of tokens in a way, because maybe in that case we can't really get everything otherwise. So let's check out everything else now then. So we'll zoom all the way out. It seems that the only one here is up top behind the spawn. Doesn't seem that there are any other ones, or if there is, I'm completely blind and they're very well hidden. So let's climb up to here then and just see what they do. So this one is a stat boost, so we'll just max that one out. That's good to see. We're climbing up slightly. We are still in the challenge, by the way. I did start it a second ago. I just wanted to see whether we could actually get on track with it, and it seems like we can. So, all right, let's zoom out again then and just check. So at the moment, there's that one behind there, and there's one at the top as well. So this world seems to have 2. So we have rarity luck, and we may as well just max that one out. That was actually really expensive, so hopefully we can get the other one still. And then this one is world stats, and we've actually almost run out of tokens already. So that is not good. Now what we should do then is see what's going on inside of this world. There is one over here, quite hidden, and rarity bulk. So we can't even afford that one. And then I guess there might be another one somewhere. There is, it's behind the board. And again, we still can't afford it, 50 tokens, but we can't quite get it yet. So what we can do then is pretty much just wait right now, because we're going to get the Ascension Challenge done anyway. So we only need to go up to 35. I think we wait and go up to the next part. Sorry, up to 35 and then see if we can prestige. So we'll see if we can or not. And this clip might even be just edited into my last video. So that's what I'll probably do actually. And yeah, I think I've got part of it recorded before, then I stopped, and now I've got the second half. So I'll see what I can do with the edits and stuff and just see how it decides to play out. But again, we'll just really see what happens. And I think it's just one of those things where it's now just a waiting game. So we can't really speed anything up. We are making progress at least, which is of course the main thing. So what I'll do then is we'll wait for this to go up to 10 QG, whatever it is. And then when we're near there, I'll bring you guys back in. There's no point of watching until I get there. And yes, I'll see you in a moment. Alright guys, so we are back. We are nearly there. I've just been editing the parts before this one. So I've got the video up to this point now. I think we do unfortunately not showcase Ascension 34 or 33 to 34. But what happened? Oh, maybe I did. I can't even remember, to be honest. But anyway, it's all in here mostly. It's just buying those floor tiles around the edge of the map. And we have now managed to do it. So all really good. We've completed the challenge. And now we've actually unlocked wood. So I believe that would be the next section. So let's go ahead and see if we can prestige. But before we do that, we're going to call it a day. So you'll have to stay tuned for the next one. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you did go on to enjoy it. That is challenge 1 to 4 inside of Ascension Incremental. I know the video is relatively long, and I'll try to put timestamps in if I do remember. It'll be challenge 1, 2, 3, number 4, attempt number 1, and number 4, attempt number 2, the completion, which is of course this run. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll be prestiging again soon, and then we'll be checking out the brand new world, the brand new update. We're pretty much on track with it all. Actually, wood. How do we get wood? Wait, what? Where does it... How do I even get wood? Okay, I'll figure that out on my own. But Anyway, let's leave it there for now. Thanks again. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.